Hello, we are live, and I'm just gonna find you on my page so I can try to read comments. I have a few announcements to give that I will get to when a few more people come on. I feel like I haven't been with you forever. It has been just an absolutely crazy week between the world and between my schedule. So our spotlight store for today is the wonderful Papercraft Clubhouse. It is in Connecticut. Tracy Larson is the owner of that store. I've taught there many times. It's another shop where I'm like a bad rush. You can't get rid of me. I was due to go there actually before all of the pandemic stuff happened, but I'll be back. You can't really get rid of me. So Tracy Larson from Papercraft Clubhouse is here and will be posting what she has in stock, what she's willing to order, shipping policies, social media. So I would love it if you would support her. Follow her on socials. I always say whatever stores you're willing to order from, make sure that you're following all of their social media channels and on their newsletter as well. I can't tell you how many times I've taught somewhere and somebody said, I didn't know you were going to be here. Well, the store, only posted it 50 times. I posted it. And so, you guys, it's easier for you guys to kind of have some skin in the game and make sure that that you're accessing all of those pages and emails and all that good stuff. So this is my last little bit of white tags. What happens is I come home from teaching and I bring home spare kits. So for example, these were spare kits from classes, and the scuba diver in me loathes single-use plastic. So I bring the bags home because it means that I can reuse the bag for something, and I do reuse them. But then I go through them all of my kits, and I pull out components of them. So there's media board, there's some white tissue in there, cardstock. So I save these and then I use them. So that's where I found these tags. That's why they're still kind of collated. It's because I pulled them out of previous class kits. So guess what? The white tags are in. Alan messaged me this week and said that the order of white tags has arrived. So I don't know if they're back up on their website, but stores should be able to order them. And then they also placed another backup order for tags. So the order arrived and there's more coming as well. So tags are back. So that is good news as well. Yay, I know, Tracy, yay, tags. I just love them. I've been using a lot of the manila ones that I've had stashed around forever, and I miss my white ones. It's amazing how bright the colors look. The colors will look really bright if you put them on all black or all white, and it really will just look really cool. So anyway, I do like my manilas, or the manilas too, but the white tags definitely have my heart. So keep following Tracy as well as the other stores and more stores to come. That's cool, Fran. All right, another announcement. So, I don't do well with numbers, right? You know the numbers are not my gig. I was looking at my schedule today and I had scheduled another demo for Tuesday the 9th. Well, I am just not right in the head because Tuesday the 9th, I will actually not be here. I will be on an airplane. So we're not having a demo the 9th, which is really weird. So I apologize about that. I've actually scheduled a lunch on the 9th with a friend. Oh, have mercy, you guys. I have to text her later and tell her that I'm a dum-dum and that I need to reschedule that. So anywho, that's just so typical of me. Also, don't forget that I do have a another Facebook Live class on June 8th. That's Monday. So if you're at work Monday and you can't join the class, I totally get it. You can always remember to watch the class later. The videos remain up indefinitely, and that is a class about composition. And I'm going to be putting you through some paces in that class and giving you specific challenges to work with relating to composition so that you get a feel for how the different composition principles you can wield to get a different feel and a different look and tell a different story. So we're going to be, really playing around that day with the concepts, and I have a good handout for you as well. So that will be the $15 live Facebook class on Monday, but accessible anytime after that as well. I do have another live Facebook class coming up after I get back from Cozumel, and I can't remember what I think it's words of advice. For that one you need a piece of fabric. Okay, so we haven't announced it yet, but for the classes later in June, we're going to be, you need a piece of fabric. It's going to be for the book cover, and that, all that detail will come out after the June 8th class is over. Okay, sound good? Okay, so this is a crazy time. I had someone post a comment on my Instagram, and she said, "Thank you for not being political." And in general, I tend to not be overtly political or religious, even though I am in my actual real life, I am both of those things. I am religious and political. So in general, I just don't use social media as the platform for that. But I don't want that to be misinterpreted as well. But right now, I'm not going to make comments or anything other than I completely support Black Lives Matter. If you would like to research a little bit about that and why that phrase really is important, there's a documentary on Netflix called 13th. It was nominated for an Oscar a couple years ago. I watched it a couple years ago when it came out. It didn't win the Oscar, but it was in the best documentary category. Just watch 13th. Start there, and that will help you. I learned a lot from watching that as well. It's my personal mission to get more artists of color represented in the craft industry. So that I've been doing that since the middle of last year behind the scenes. I've sent a lot of emails last year behind the scenes that never got a response. So now I'm bringing my quest public. I'm very often approached by artists of color in class saying, I want stamps that look like me. Where are the Black artists? So anyway, Carrie says she watched half of 13th last night, second half tonight. I've learned a lot already. Definitely one to watch. Yeah, there's so much that I did not know when I watched 13th. It should be required viewing, no matter your politics. It's super important. All right, so that's enough blabbing, blab, 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 blab. Spray and flip prints. Okay, so this might be something that you look at today and think, oh, I already do that. Awesome, but it's a fun thing to warm up with and to play with, and I'm going to be using gloss sprays. If you don't have my gloss sprays, use Distress spray, use Dilutions. Any spray will work. I bet Seth's sprays, I haven't tried his yet, but I bet those will work as well. Basically anything that you can get real soggy layer right on the stencil makes for really interesting effects. And I've really had fun just messing around with this. It does make a hot mess, but as you know, I tend to be at peace with a hot mess. Let me just move my phone a little bit to my right. There's literally a landfill to my right. I don't know if it's gonna be visible. Do you see your phone while recording? My phone did not like that my phone didn't like that I rotated it. My phone's telling me to knock it off. Okay, So I'm just going to do it on the last few white tags that I have in my stash, and then I'm going to turn around and order tags from Ranger now that I know they're in stock. I've got a pile of stencils here. It might help to have paper towels, even though that's not something that I use a lot, but it might. This gets super soggy. And then I've got my gloss sprays. Gloss sprays are awesome if you haven't tried them. I have talked about them a lot, and I've done some videos, quite a few videos where we've used them as well. So, all right. So the idea here is that we're going to start by, actually I'm going to grab a sheet of cardstock to go behind that, just because I know what's coming. I know what's coming, which is a big fat mess. They will update soon, Caroline. They just got back in stock, and they'll also give the store owners a chance to get them in because, you know, of course, their orders are always a priority. So, all right. This is just going to catch my overspray and then possibly be used later. All right, so I'm just going to grab a stencil, and I'm going to spray through it, and I want to spray through it thoroughly. Meaning, you know, go ahead and soak it, because really here the print is going to come from the spray that's stuck to the stencil, and that's where it gets really interesting. And so so there's just a spray tag. Boring. Set that one aside. Now the interest comes when I flip that stencil over so that the part that was up when I just sprayed, the part that's covered in pink spray, goes face down. Then I spray again. So can you see the mess potential here? Don't be light on your sprays here. But what's cool is that now these colors are going to start interacting, and the spray that's left on the stencil is going to fill in the gaps between the image and the plastic bit that would normally not have any color on it. Now, if you want this to go a little further, if you spray a little water on your stencil, it will make sure that that stencil print is really thick and goopy and sticks well to your paper. I mean, the goal here is to have so much overspray on that stencil that it continues to print and print and print. And then how much should you do? The answer is yes. There's some white. Oh my gosh, I gotta clean. See all that plastic that's on the gooped up on the spray nozzle? There we go. Sometimes when I spray white, I'll spray another color over it to kind of give the white a tint. All right, let's switch stencils here. I'm just gonna blot this one. Now, oh, look at that one. So the goal here is to have imperfections. So like this is just delicious to me. I absolutely love that. So Tracy says Papercraft Clubhouse has restocked sprays and stencils. Woohoo! Let's try. Sometimes I'll do this across an entire sheet of cardstock. Let's see. So let me just dig the cardstock. Oh look, more tags. Poaching those, baby. Poaching those. All right. So sometimes I'll start on one sheet of cardstock here. So I'm totally missing comments. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to spray and flip. Let's see. Soak it, baby. Okay. Oh, delicious. Isn't that delicious? Then let's maybe put put that one this direction. Let's make a layered background here. I'm gonna be swimming in spray. Oh, that's funky. Wasn't what I expected, but it's still really cool. I love the way this looks though, even with the white overspray. So if you do something and think, ooh, you know, move it. I like the way this looks too. So let's try that. Excuse me. So I've been in the pool every single day this week. My back is killing me from having scuba gear on my body all day, every day. My exam is Saturday, my instructor exam. So, and I'm still not quite ready. So I actually need to go back into the shop tomorrow for another day in the pool. Do you not love that though? Seriously, look how cool the background, which was just overspray, ends up looking. Super love that. Okay, let's use this one. Flip it this direction. Oh, let's use turquoise. So the scuba exam is really intense. They take basically the coursework, which is a couple of more than one scuba course, and then what they do is they pull out any topic from that course, and you have to do a 10-minute presentation, a verbal presentation on the 10-minute or on that topic. And then you get in the water and you have to teach a bunch of skills and demo the skills. And then we have to go out to the lake. Yes, we have a lake here in Arizona. It's called Lake Pleasant. I call it Lake Unpleasant. But certainly not like diving in the ocean. But then we go to the lake and repeat the skills there, and they can pull any of the skills out. Look at that. And I've got to, you know, not suck and do it clearly and not, you know, anyway. So some of those skills are, you know, I think I know how to teach them, and then you teach them and you think, oh, shouldn't have said that. And so then you're like, what did I say that for? Anyway. And if you've been in class with me, you know how goofy I can get. So imagine, I'm just me, right? I am who I am. So sometimes in the water, I'll make goofy analogies, and I can see they have other instructors pretending to be students. They'll have other students in there, and you can see them start giggling in the background because I'm making weird analogies, and that's just how I teach. I mean, you guys that have been in class with me, you never know what's going to come out of my mouth, and that. Sometimes it's fun, and sometimes I come back and think, Dina, what are you thinking, you dumb lady? Anyway, look how delicious these are. I mean, this is like the quickest video ever because it's a really quick technique. But what I think you guys should do is set a timer. Okay, start doing something like this. Get yourself a pile of substrates all ready to go, and go ahead and set a timer. And just see how many you can do and how many looks you can get with one, you know, like in 15 minutes. So my new mask has not arrived. They called yesterday or 2 days ago, and they said that the mask was done, but the quality control rejected it. And I was like, you've got to be kidding. So supposedly they were going to redo it and overnight it tonight. So I don't know. All right, so now I'm doing a couple of colors. It would really be nice to be able to see. There's a really kind diver. His prescription is not quite the same as mine, but he's insisting that I use his mask for the exam. And so my distance vision is great in his mask. My reading vision's not awesome, but it's not as bad as I am without a mask, if that makes sense. So isn't that sweet of him? And that's even knowing that I've that I've broken one mask. He's trusting his mask, but I'm hoping that it arrives. It's just something that's not in my control. So what is in my control is to be as prepared as possible. You know, I told quality control, I don't want the mask to be faulty. So, you know, if it's not passing quality control, then it's not passing. Kick it back and let's try again. Look at that. So I'm taking my fingers and I'm rubbing some of that excess spray through the stencil, and then it kind of creates an interesting effect. All right, I've got a lot of spray on that stencil. So do you see the possibilities? Spray and flip, spray and flip. And don't clean your stencil as you go, because the more you're spraying and flipping, the more visual interest happens. I particularly enjoy the spray and flip with this stencil, this Botanicals stencil. It's one of my faves. You know, do you guys remember when on the video I cut this out and I embedded it kind of like this one? Remember I did that? I can't find it. I was looking for it everywhere. I seriously can't find it. So anyway, I have no idea where that went. So heavy spray. Remember, it's gonna almost have too much spray on there in order to print well. You've gotta be heavy-handed with the spray for this. It's not gonna be a perfect technique. It's going to just give you visual interest. And it's a background technique anyway, so we're not obsessed with precision. I'm never obsessed with precision. Look, I mean, oh my gosh, look at that one. Do you want to snog that? I know you do. I know you do. Let's do it again. Pink. Pink, pink. My fins are hot pink. I'm known for my hot pink fins. Is that not delicious? I will turn aside so you can snog that. Or I'll watch if you want me to. I'll be with you. Okay, I'm gonna flip that. Let's do some white. Don't be afraid to get your neutrals in there. White and night spray. Oh! Okay, prepare yourselves. You guys, take a deep breath. That is all those colors built up on that stencil. I'm just in love with it. Kathy asked, do you hate covering up tags you love to snog? You know, no. But I'm weird. Just because I know I can always make another tag. Does that make sense? And if I really love them, I set them aside until I really know what I want to do with them. But for the most part, I'm game to defile anything in my art, as you guys know. But I understand that feeling. A lot of people feel like that. They'll be like, "Oh, I don't want to cover it up." Isn't that one pretty? I'm going to move over to this image here. Okay, I'm going to put this aside because this is going to be amazing later. We're cutting up into bits and bobs. You should be able to get a lot of these done. You can do this directly in a journal, keeping in mind that textured paper sometimes does not make the best print, because not all of that, you have to really press hard to make a good print on a textured surface. So try it. You know, I prefer to kind of do this on, oops, oh well. I prefer to kind of do this on a smoother paper. It just, you're gonna get a better print in general. That just is kind of how I tend to roll a little bit. Okay, how about we use some fuchsia? Let me scratch the plastic off the hole. Ooh, that one's cool. I wish I would have sprayed some water on that. So let's do that here. I'm going to spray some water so that that's really nice and goopy. Now I'm going to flip. Get drips everywhere. Sweet. Now I'm going to do white. And some yellow. Delicious. Super love that. I got an email recently. Well, somebody messaged me on Instagram and I accidentally deleted it instead of, anyways, she asked where to find, I think, this stencil. And this, I believe this one's long retired. Tracy can pipe up, and I think Tracy sent you a link of the stencils that she's got. Tracy, are you missing, or did you post, sorry, your policy on shipping and all that good stuff? Pat, I have not forgotten your tags. It's just one of those crazy weeks. All right. So I'm going to grab one of these tags and then just create, oh, okay. Here's another delicious one, you guys. Look at that. Do you just, oh. Yeah. Please post again, Tracy. Very cool. All right, so play. And now I've got all of these bits of deliciousness in various states of drying. So then this is what I would end up throwing in my drawer, my collage tagged, or my art bits drawer, so that when I go, I love that one too. When I go to create, I've got these backgrounds already done. And they're just really, really fun. I really love this one too. I don't know why. It's really fractured and imperfect, but that one's speaking to me as well. This one was dirty fingers rubbing through the stencil. That's speaking to me. This one's really speaking to me today though. So let's do that one. The Brad stencil is always are you trying to order it from Ranger, or are you trying to order it from one of the stores? Because I'm pretty sure the stores will have them. Tracy, do you have the branch stencil? Do I have any collage bags left? I do not have any left. In fact, in order to do more collage bags, I have to order more bags to be printed. These are size 10. They're size 10. So that is, let's see, I'm not actually quite sure of the size. Like, my ruler is not in my drawer anymore. Of course. Why would I put it back where it goes? I mean, why would I do something logical? Let's use the craft mat. It's, I can't see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 4. 8 by 4. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just getting a kick out of my hot self today, apparently. All right. So then this background, you have to, if you love it, don't put a huge focal point on it. If you don't love it, then anything's fair game. Yeah, the tags are available again. Well, they're back in the warehouse, but remember, they'll be, stores need a chance to order them. Then they have to be shipped to the store. Well, then the order has to get picked and packed, which has a delay, and then they have to arrive shipping. So just keep that in mind as well. When I was making a lot of the tags for the bags, I ran across these Tim Holtz chip quotes, they're called. I'm not sure if they're still available, actually, but I really, really love them. If they are available, I'd be ordering more. I'm gonna just spray it with some gloss spray. Now they're just a little too thick for me for what I needed them to be on the tags. They're hard to staple through. So what I do is I pick them apart. So I take the heavy chip off the back so that I can just have a thinner version of it. So if you want it thick, keep it thick. And if you want it thin, it's really easy to separate them. And I just can't waste that spray. So let me just put it on something. Perfect. All right. Oh, I like that. I found 2 packages of these quotes and I was like, score! I also found a ton more paper dolls. So I foresee some more paper doll beheadings in my future, for sure. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm digging through this landfill of a pile over here on my other side. And I'm trying to find something that will give me some contrast. So this is part of a painted page that I cannibalized. Okay, I have a confession, you guys. Do you want to hear my confession? Since I'm using a church window, we'll talk about a confession. Do you remember those Delusions journals that I showed you guys that had a lot of my older drawings in? Do you remember those? And I was like, oh, I'm tempted to cannibalize them. And you guys were like, don't cannibalize them. And I said, oh, I won't cannibalize them. I totally lied. I totally cannibalized them. Tracy just said she has the quotes. So, support your stores, my darlings. All right, so look, these were the Delusions journals. And I totally chopped them up. Look. They're toast now. Because, I mean, really, I put them back in the cupboard that they had been stored in. I mean, these drawings are crazy because they were me learning, and I'm still learning, I hope. So I did chop them up, and most of the pages are gone in them. So don't be mad at me. So, but they live on. See, look at all these pieces. Look at all these pieces. Yeah, so I just couldn't resist, you guys. The painted papers and the textures were just too perfect to resist for me. So yeah, I chopped them. I mean, why not let them live on and enjoy them again? Then throw them back in that cabinet where nobody looks at them, nobody sees them. I forgot that they were even there. You know what I mean? Anyway, but I thought, ooh. I wonder if people are going to be a little irritated with me. And if you are, you are. But I don't think you are. All right, so I like that there. The reason I chose that is it's yellow, so it's going to pop against the background. I like the black mark as well. I think it kind of relates to the window, just in color, really, is all. Make sure you are underlapping and overlapping. Let's use these hearts. So that was on some page I chopped up. Always make your products work for you. You know, if you need, I'll never forget years ago being at a Creating Keepsakes convention in Mesa, Arizona, taking a class with, I can't even remember who it was. It might have been Lisa Burnson. And she cut a sticker in half, and I was like, oh, she cut a sticker in half. And then I thought, wait a minute, she cut a sticker in half. And ever since then, I've looked at my stuff and thought, oh, I'm just going to use half of that, or I'm going to alter that, or change it, or, you know, make it fit for what I need to make it work for, not for what the original intent is. That's how I roll. All right, any questions, my friends? Anything you want to talk about? Not related to all of this? Apologize for the idiocy with my schedule. Again, never trust me to do anything with numbers. Oh my goodness. Me and numbers, we're just not friends. Sometimes I wish I were a little more number oriented, but I'm just not. We're all good at our own. We're good at what we're good at. The name of the tissue collage paper, it's my product. I'll show you what it looks like on the cover. It's the Dina Wakley collage paper. I'm sure Tracy has it. This is the collection. So I believe on the front of it, it is this circle print, but you get these prints. It's printed tissue for mixed media, and I bet Tracy has it. Tracy, do you guys have this? The one with the church windows? Gave it the pox a little bit. All right, so now I'm actually looking. Are you looking forward to turning 35 this week? Yeah, I am not even thinking about my birthday. Well, first of all, birthdays are kind of not a big deal to me, but but that's when my exam is. So my exam is on my birthday. So hopefully I can get through my exam. If I fail it, that'll really suck. Let's see. Any other questions or? Thank you, Tracy. Tracy posted the collage paper link for sure. Thank you, thank you. That collage, tissue collage paper is one of my most used items. When can you start sneak peeks? I'm not sure. Stamps and stencils are on the release schedule for August. So that's still quite a ways away. Yeah, Janine, I guess it's marginally better than a colonoscopy, which I have also had. Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm going into it with a good attitude. It will be really, really good. Hope you guys can keep playing, and if you're interested in more tag bags, I can reorder bags and put a different print on the front of them. Raina, they will tell us on the day if we've passed, yes. It starts with a 90-minute written exam on dive theory, and then it is the verbal presentation, then it's lunch, and then it is skills. So yeah, it's like an all-day thing. It actually is extending over to a Sunday because we added an instructor candidate to our, there were 2 of us doing it, now there's 3, so the instructor examiner wanted a little more time, so we're actually going to be in the lake Sunday morning in Lake Unpleasant. So Saturday night I won't know if I'm done, but Sunday I will. So if you're interested in more tags, international, here's the deal with shipping tags international. That requires me to fill out customs forms and make all of these declarations, and it is it's so incredibly time consuming for me, and the cost is really high. So Pat from Canada claimed a bag, and the shipping quote is $20, and that's with not even priority international shipping. So the shipping is so cost prohibitive internationally. It really, really is, you guys. So it's that's why no international at this point. Maybe I can get an assistant that can help me with the administrative issues there. Yeah, they sold out. I had 40 bags this time, and they sold out in about 14 minutes. So yeah, maybe I could. It's just they take a lot of time for me to produce, actually, because at first it was easy because I had a lot of stuff already done, and then when I felt like I needed to make more, I was creating the tags from scratch, and I spent a really long time making all of those tags. So also I don't know if it's really, I don't know, we'll see. I mean, don't count on it being regular. I'll try to do it again, or maybe or do something in different incarnations, or just sell the bags. just do the bags with, you know, postcard in them or something like that. Which we could do as well, because I've got lots of postcards. Lots of postcards. Or do fewer tags per bag. I did even change the number of tags for the second round. I changed it from 15 to 10 so that more people could have one as well. So they were shipped out. And cap your sprays. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. I'm looking over and they are capped. It is kind of a Christmas miracle. They are capped. Thank you. You know, because chances are I would forget. And just appreciate you guys a ton. If you do spray and flip, make sure you post it and have fun with the play. Really, it's the spray and flip prints are about freeing your mind up. They're about asking yourself, what if? Add some water, don't add some water. Overlap them, don't overlap them. And you just end up with all this delicious fodder that gives you a head start next time you sit down to make. I love this one too. Cool beans. I'm honored that you guys joined me. I'm honored that you bought my stuff. I so appreciate it. I really do. I love our art community. It's coming today. Yay! So, yay, now I've got some more fodder. I know, Yvonne says it's like a dance craze. Spray and flip. Spray and flip. Spray and flip. And it's really good for your hands. Oh, thanks. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate ya. All right, well, I could sit here and we could talk about nothing, or I can let you go, and you guys have an awesome day. Thank you, Tracy, for being our Spotlight store. I'll be back, Tracy. Tracy's like, she is. Tracy is awesome. So I appreciate you supporting this industry. And artists are good peep. We're good peeps. All right. See everybody hopefully soon. And I'll see you Monday if you're taking class. Okay? Cool beans.